and welcome back to the IWAR Network Tubecast. I'm your host and NWL and IWL Commissioner Alex G, and with me, as always, is the IWAR Commissioner Matt Riley. How you doing tonight, Matt?
I'm damn fine.
Girl, you so fine. That never worked at the bar. Ridiculous. So tonight's episode, we're taking a look at two non-IWAR leagues. The NAL, the Non-Stop Action League, and the Xtreme Poison League, the XPL. So we're going to start with the NAL. So, Matt, I know you spent some time there a while back. Tell me a little bit about the NAL.
Yeah, I was in the NAL about 2-3 years ago, maybe more. Actually, probably more now. The NAL was once a very, very, very hot league. There was a credit prize for the champion. There was a whole lot of going on. I think Keith Maple was the commissioner. I believe it was him. And he was very stats driven, so a lot of his stuff had like win percentages by stable. I mean, he did a huge report. So if you were like into numbers, it was your kind of ballpark. There was a lot of players there. The trash talk was come and go when I was there. I know for a while it was a really, really hot place to play. Then it cooled down, and now a new regime has moved in, attempting to kind of bring back the heydays. So that's kind of where it's at right now.
So looking at the overall report here, looking at the overall Bulletin League, they have 27 cards, 9 people in their Battle Royal, which is okay. They got above 25 cards, which I know was a big goal for them. So congratulations, gentlemen. You made it over 25 cards.
Nice. Building blocks.
You know, sometimes when these leagues, when new regimes come in, you lose players. I know they used to have they had the credit, just like the BRL, of the credit prize. And, losing that probably kind of really hurt them in terms of, getting people to come in and play there. Point right now where they're just trying to rebuild. So, guys, if you're interested in going to a league where, you can get in on the ground floor and kind of help them rebuild and bring it back to prominence, this is probably a good league for you. You're looking at the commissioner's report, and I've seen a bunch of these over because I know the commissioner. The commissioner's report is solid. I mean, there's no, it's not overproduced. Like some of us get, I have an issue with that as well. I have a tendency to overproduce a little bit. Straight facts. Here we go. This is the deal, which is good. I mean, as the activity rises and as they get more players and they get, become a more story-driven league is what's, their goal is, and they have more, trash talk, you're going to see this commissioner report expand. Trying to write a commissioner report for a league that has little or no trash talk is exceedingly difficult.
Yep.
Damn near impossible. So it's like the chicken before the egg. You know what I mean? You can have the best commissioner report, in terms of looks in the world, but if no one's reading it, no one's really paying any mind to it, and people are just playing the play, then it's not going to really help you. So again, it's going to be imperative for them going forward is they have to be heavy in terms of recruiting. In terms of titles and tournaments, they announced that once the activity picks up above 25 cards, they'll be reinstituting those again. They're looking into contests that they can bring down the road. But again, you have for any of these contests to work or any of these kind of big ideas to work, you're gonna have to have the player base. And if you don't have the player base, it's gonna be tough. So again, guys, if you're looking for a league that you want to be on the ground floor come in, make a name for yourself, make a big statement, and do some work in terms of trash talk to kind of get this league back to prominence, this is definitely the league for you. No matter what are your thoughts?
Well, I always look at roster and check out some of the names. One of the names I recognize here was the Insane Shane Hogg, Greg Johnson. Those guys were in the TTL back when that was getting launched. I think some of the names here, like Remorse, he's been there forever. And it's kind of funny, too, like certain wrestlers, like he has FOW as his stable initials. And, I remember FOW, oh my God. Like that stable was around like 6 years ago, whatever. And the stable's long gone, but they keep the stable name. I got an argument once with Frank Snow about how stables, in my opinion, are more than one person. Like if you run a stable of wrestlers, that's one thing, but if you're running a stable of players, you need more than one person to be a stable.
I agree.
So he was like, "Oh no," because he's Leather Brigade, and that's fine.
But to his credit, all his wrestlers sound different. And if you didn't know he ran them all, you wouldn't know he ran them all.
Right. Dr. Payne, Mark Duchesne's a league champion there.
I'm not surprised. Jesus.
Yeah, I know. He wins everywhere. Ripper Robertson. So it's funny, some of the names here, I don't think it's the same player, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's some people not mocking names, but using player names to kind of boost the characters. But which happened. Jonathan Wrench Morello, remember that name?
Yeah, as a graduate of the NWL. Same thing with
Yes,
Little
right.
Vinny Torrio.
Yeah, so those guys, moved on up. And again, this is a good example. If you're in the NWL and you're looking for a league to get into that's going to give you a chance to, like you were saying before, get in the ground floor, it's a good way to do it. Often people say, "Oh, there's so much history in the BRL or the NWL or IWL or these leagues." Well, sure, XPL or we're going to talk about next. There's a lot of history there because players went there and helped make it great. So it's not just like showing up to a league and being like, "Hey, everything's awesome." Like it takes some work to get there.
Yep. Yeah, I think overall, I mean, again, the activity is solid at 27 cards. So if you go to this league, the league is not dead by any stretch of the imagination. It's active.
Right.
I'd like to see some more people in the battle royal, but overall, it's active. Could use some more trash talk, and that's something that new rookies coming out of the NWL who are so good at those things, and we have a lot of them right now. They can be a big help to this league.
And the NAL is in the Diamond Federation?
It is.
Yeah, so.
All right.
There you go.
So next up is the Xtreme Poison League, and I know that you were surprised, and I was surprised too when we got the bulletins in the mail. I was like, "Holy crap! Look at this!"
Yeah, I think it partially comes from the fact we've been reviewing some leagues here for a while now, and so many of them have really, not knocked us over with either amount of material or quality.
Yeah.
And this one delivers. So.
And it was like when we reviewed the New Blood League and the LWL, we knew those leagues were good. This one we just took a shot at the dark, and look what we find. We found a undercover gem here.
Well, I will say XPL reminds me of, this is going back a few years, but there used to be a league called the Black Ops League.
Okay.
And the BOL has a lot of veterans that ended up in the IWL, including like former Commissioner James Ross, the Rough Boys. A lot of those guys came out of this
Rough
BOL when
Boys.
it closed. Rough Boys. I didn't want to say that name. And so the idea was the BOL was just like this kind of haven. Like it was like it didn't get a lot of fanfare or talk, but it was just like players played. They were loyal to the league. The commissioner was solid. He always put in a good work effort. And again, that really reflects in the quality of the work you get from players too. They see you put the effort in. So XPL's on report 160. It is in the Iron Federation, which if you're playing at home is the first federation to play each cycle. They do have a IWAR credit prize. They're one of the few leagues still have it. And it's $22. It's a good sized prize, for like, in a league like this. And again, there's some names here we recognize. Frosty Knuckles, Ving Lee Duncan, and TJ Shocker from the IWL. So they made their way over here. And what's impressive about this league is a lot of names. There's a lot of talent. You have some big names. It's funny. Kiss the Crid Marinaro. He's number one contender.
Mm-hmm.
I could have sworn he was the BBL guy or commissioner at one point, but maybe my mind's fading. But he'll probably let us know if that's the case if he's listening. Other names in here. Let's see here. I'm trying to think. There's a lot of stables, so you have a lot of big stable initials in this place.
My favorite is Just Plain Donnie. Is my
Just
favorite
Plain Donnie.
That's my favorite name.
I highlighted the name here for some reason. I don't know why. Diggler's other mom, mean dad. Like some of the names, non-home runs, folks. Can't all be great.
But again, the league is active. I mean, it's a bundle of activity here, and I guess we want to talk about the report, which looks amazing. Super impressed with the report. Again, sometimes we pick leagues at random to see what they're all about, and this is a pleasant surprise. It looks like it may have the format of the CWL back in the day, or what have you. It wasn't that far away, but it looks like the commissioner's report, I guess, they're taking TT from everyone, soliciting TT, and putting together as one report. So it gives it a really good feel.
Yeah.
Everything looks, really awesome, especially I like the way they do their rankings with their championships.
Yeah, that's a nice touch.
Yeah, it's really good. lots of logos, lots of pictures. It doesn't feel overproduced. Yeah, in a word, I think overall it's a really good league, and I would definitely recommend people going over to this league and seeing what's up.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. There's chances to get involved, and I think too is that a lot of players, they and count me among them really, but you stay in one little niche,
Right.
like I'm only in the IWAR, or I'm only in Jade, or only in Steel, or whatever, or only playing small leagues with big rosters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is if you expand and kind of find some new leagues, you might find a great place to play.
Yeah, absolutely. I think me, myself, and Matt are in agreement that we definitely recommend the Extreme Poison League. So you guys should definitely check it out.
Right. And again, you can always spend $1, check out a bulletin, and see what's going on, just to get an idea of what a league could be like. And again, this is one of those things where we've had a few of these non-IWAR league reviews where we didn't get, like, well, you got a bulletin where it wasn't like a good month. Okay, and that's the hit or miss of it, though. Like, if I was a protective player and I got your bulletin and I was like, oh, okay. Well, the other side of the coin is I got your bulletin and was like, wow, damn, XPL is pretty good. So there it is.
There it is, man. Don't forget, guys, that we also have the draft. That's tomorrow night, which is the 18th. And what time is that, Matt?
I think we're going to shoot for 9 or 10 o'clock, just because that way players on the West Coast can get in, and it'll give us time to get home, settled, and prep, and then boom. And a few late additions, a few changes, but I think for the most part, it's going to be interesting because there's some talent out there looking for new leagues, so we'll see what happens.
It's not a work.
Yeah, people keep saying, like, oh, I want my wrestlers in these. Like, dude, it's if you get picked by that league, you got to go there. Now, you don't have to. If you don't want to go there, that's fine. You'll be out of the contest. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to be like, anyway, you have to force him. Like, no, it's just...
Don't be like Eli Manning.
Yeah, we'll trade you to the Chargers. How'd you like that? Ryan Leaf. Oh.
Poor Ryan Leaf. So next up, we're going to talk about Matt's evil plot to destroy and take over the IWA. But sorry, guys, we are officially out of time.
Oh.
So you're going to have to catch that on the next episode of the IWAR Network Tubecast. So for Matt Riley, I'm Alex G.